Okay, we got a call here to satisfy an inspection report. We looked at it briefly, and the report said there was no junction box on a couple of the wires, and something about sealing up around the unit here, and it showed pictures. Looks like maybe the homeowner has done that part himself. I see some foam down there. Like he's got a comfort taker unit that was installed in the place of a package unit, because we can see this big pad here and a piece of wood. So apparently the inspector wanted, the hole sealed up, although that looks like that was done a long time ago as far as sealing around the brick, and I guess it was the ground. That foam looks kind of fresh. I don't know what this is. Champion heating and cooling. Never seen one of those. Looks like it's got a micro channel coil, and whatever it is, definitely can see the micro channel. Definitely not a fan of that, but almost looks like something out of the York family, Coleman type thing. I have no idea what that is. I never heard of a Champion. Maybe that's a private label thing. But anyway, let's go take a look underneath. There's supposed to be a need for a junction box, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be what the sealing up is that yellow foam. So I guess the homeowner took care of that. I'll take a quick look at the report and make sure there was nothing else, but I think that's it. So let's see what we got to do. Okay, we can see what the inspector's talking about. There comes looks like a 14 gauge wire, just kind of drooping around, and going up here to where the 10 gauge wire, which was obviously from the package unit, is coming in here feeding this. So I wonder what's feeding that condenser out there. He's just asking for a junction box. I'm thinking that probably is just robbed off the condenser for the 110 here, but anyway, looks like there's a boot that's not wrapped. Well, these inspectors think they know so much and they don't see something as obvious as that. So let's get a junction box in here and fix it the way they want it. I'm sure the homeowner just wants to do what he needs to do to sell the house. Other than that, that's an old C9 MVX furnace. It's 2-stage and variable speed. Those were good old furnaces, real big and heavy, but very efficient. Looks like it's installed okay, although using a common block pier for the edge of the coil and the edge of the furnace together, and then one back here, looks like a piece of wood leveling that back one. I don't know if the front of the coil's actually sitting on. No, it's not on that pipe. hanging over it. So I'll tell you what, these inspectors, and here's a Y, and the Y is not wrapped. These inspectors, I tell you, man, there's something else. They nitpick the silly little stuff and totally miss over the actual things that are important. But let's do what they want. I'm sure the homeowner only wants to spend the amount of money he has to get his house sold. So let's satisfy the report and keep going. All right, so we added a junction box here and brought the 10-2 wire in with a clamp here and a clamp on the 14-2 wire. Made the connections inside, screwed it to the joist, and put the lid on it. So that is one thing the inspector wanted. And we can see this foam in here is definitely recent. So the homeowner has done that item. And the other item that we need to address, I looked at the report, is the delta from return to supply was not meeting the, it was either 14 or 17 degree minimum, and the inspection report said that it was ranging from 9 to 11 from different supply vents in the house. So we're going to go check the charge and fire the unit up and see what's going on with that. But there's the junction box. Alright, I looked in here just out of curiosity. So here's the 10-2 wire from the original package unit coming in, feeding the contactor. And here is the 10-2 wire coming from that junction box that we just added. And obviously I would have just found a place to tap into a 110 circuit under the house somewhere for the furnace, but whoever did this brought it in through the low voltage wires, or at least through the grommet for that, as you can see. And came over here, and here we see where you see two wires on the contactor leg. They brought the black, or robbed one leg of that, and went in to the furnace for the 110. So luckily I'm not doing a report of my own or anything, or any type of inspection. All I'm doing is what the repair request page from the buyer said, as according to the home inspection company, which was adding the junction box, sealing the wood, which I gotta believe was just that bottom, and addressing the fact of the performance, the delta T. So we're gonna hook our gauges here to it. It is a 410 unit, and we're gonna see what's going on. I'll just open that up out of curiosity. So turn this thing on, and we're going to look at the charge before we even look at the delta. Something shiny there. Look at that. Whatever that piece was, it was reflective, kind of caught my eye. Mostly pennies, a couple of nickels, dime, laying in the yard. So I guess nobody lives here at the time, and so the door is supposed to be open for us. These real estate agents don't like to give out the numbers to their lock boxes, so we're supposed to be able to get in. Nope. wonder if it was a different door. Certainly not that door. Here we go. Pretty nice house. There we go. All right. Now what we gotta do is find the thermostat. There it is. Set to 80. All right. So let's go see what we've got. All right. You can see it's a bit low, so we're going to go ahead and add some. And I did bleed the vapor out of the line, so it's liquid that we're adding. And according to the sticker on the unit here, we're looking for a 10 on subcooling. And obviously, I want that superheat to go down, which it has done already. It was way up there in 20. So let's add a bit here a couple times and see if we can get what we need to from the delta inside. I'm going to give this just a minute to run like that and see if it calms, and we'll keep adding. Taking in 76.4 now. It's set on 76.5 for a couple of minutes. Let's see here what we're getting out of it, which feels pretty good, but you know how that can fool you. So hopefully we get down to, I don't know, 58, 59, somewhere in there, and we'll be happy. Whatever below that, of course. All right, we did break into the 50s barely. So we're at 59.9.8. It's taken it about probably almost 3 minutes to get down to that. So I'd say it's probably not going to drop much more. And if it does, it will just be because the return air temperature is dropping a bit. Once it gets cooler in here, obviously it'll pull out cooler air from supply, but I'd say we'll probably be okay to pass the inspection. I am not totally sure if it is 17 degrees or 15 or what their minimum is, but I think we were getting 76.5 or 0.4, so we're probably pretty close. I'd say we're going to be okay. I'm not going to wait this out much longer. This looks like it's doing okay to me. All right. Well, we did what we were hired to do, and we did address the items that were on the repair request page of the home inspection report. And we saw a couple of other things on there, that were not on the report that, of course, most of us would say were relevant, and some of us would say a little more important than some of the things that were not overlooked. But nonetheless, did our job, and that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to carefully word the invoice to state exactly what we were hired to do and what we achieved. So personally, I think the home inspection business is lacking. You know, I've said it before, they pay about $400 or better for a home inspection, and you could take that $400 and take a plumber, an electrician, an HVAC guy, and a builder or carpenter or something, and give them all $100 a piece to go take. I mean, we could just take a quick look and see better than they usually see, because as you can see, they have really no clue of building code standards. They have no clue of manufacturers' specifications. And we see some stuff on these things that it's just ridiculous what they're asking for, and equally as ridiculous is what they overlook or don't have the knowledge to see. But like I said, we just do our job and keep moving. So got 2 more calls today. It's Saturday. Let's go get them done and see if we can be off early today. Thanks for watching.